Hello, bonsoir, mon ami. Or mes amis, I should say, because you're plural, hopefully. Hopefully there's not just one of you. Let me get myself sorted. I've got my coffee. Oh, I've got my shawl on because it's a bit chilly. Hi, Sandra. Oh, I can never make shawls look quite right, you know. You're supposed to have them some way sort of arranged, aren't you? You know, in a sort of chic way, but no. I just wear my shawls in an ordinary way and then I get wrinkly bits. Yeah. I hope you're all doing well. I've got Sandra in, but nobody else has said hello yet. I'll have my coffee while I wait. I shall wait while you assemble yourselves and come and say hi. Hi, Linda. Cheers. Coffee. Nothing stronger. I've got my heat pad on, but I haven't took my pills yet. I need my pills, you know what I'm like. If I take them now, I can take 2 more before I go to bed. I'll lead such an exciting life. My goodness, do I. Hey ho, you know. If it got any more exciting, I'd go, Who was it used to say I could crush a grape? One of the comedians. It might have been, oh God, what was he called? Can't think. It'll come to me in a minute what he's called. I'm so overjoyed I could crush a grape. Larry Grayson. That's the one. Cheers. Taking my pills. Cheers. I hope you're all buoyed up for the evening. Oh, I nearly spilled my coffee all down me. That would have been an abrupt ending, wouldn't it? When I've been boiling coffee down because I take my coffee black, so it tends to be a little bit hot. Oh, it didn't go down. Hi, Nathan. Anybody else not swallow tablets? I can't. I have to throw them to the back of my throat to get any chance of getting them down at all. Oh. Well, I went to Morrisons. I've stocked up. Yeah, Larry Grayson, that's the one. I've stocked up. Got vegetables galore in my fridge. I've got fruit galore. I've got some meat for casseroles and that. That's all bagged up separately and in my freezer. I find it keeps better that way. I put it in my fridge. By the time I get to it, 2 or 3 days' time, it doesn't smell too hot. So I bag it all separately, you know, 1 chop at a time, yeah. And yeah, I got pork chops. I looked at the lamb, but it was too expensive. Put that back. I got some, what was it? Neck chops, I think it was. Something or other. Anyway, it's for a casserole. So I put that in 2 separate bags because there was 2 pieces. I thought 1 piece is enough for me, even if to do it twice, because it was a biggish piece. I'm not greedy with my meat. I prefer a load of veggies. I don't know whether you do as well. My son was the opposite. He preferred it meat heavy, you know, loads of meat. Hi, yeah, the autumn rains have begun. Yeah, I've put all my summer dresses away today. My niece helped me. She came today. She helped me lift the bed up because it's a bit sort of heavy for me. It's one of those I call them an up and over. You have to pull them up, mattress and a lot, yeah. Yeah, autumn rains. Well, thankfully no rain at the moment because I managed to dry the bed in. Hi, Ethan. So I was happy about that. My niece helped me to make the bed again. I like it when she does it. It takes me forever to do it. And she manages to do it in about 5 minutes flat. But she's what? 20 odd years younger than me. 30 years younger than me, probably. They taste. Why do they make tablets taste so awful? Hey, Chris. Is that so that you won't want them? If they tasted them, if they were nice tasting, you'd probably have them more, wouldn't you? You'd probably make them vile. Yeah, I've just had egg cheesy scrambled egg for me tea, followed by a pear. I do love me a pear. Yeah. Yeah, she was very helpful. She takes me round to Morrisons, which I can't get to because it's just that little bit too far. I know I can do online ordering, but I do prefer to pick my own veg. You know, pick my own what I want. It's hard to do it online because they give you any old stuff, don't they? I like to look at the collies, make sure they look all right. Look at me broccoli, you know. I'm not that. Oh God, I went to Tesco one time and there was this woman. She must have picked up every bit of broccoli that there was on the shelf, examining it all. And I thought, oh, are you that indecisive with everything, love? I thought, would you mind moving? At least I can get to the broccoli. Just give me one. Stop fuffing about. She was like that, looking underneath. Flipping heck. All that for a bit of broccoli. I used to compare prices, Seaside, but now one shop shopping. That's me. I used to go from shop to shop to shop. Yeah. Now, no. If I'm there, I buy it. If I think it's too pricey, I put it back. Yeah. Easy. That's why I like to shop myself, because if I look at the fish and I think, I'm not paying that for that. You know, sometimes the fish is on offer and sometimes it's a reasonable price. But today, no, it was all quite expensive. So I put the fish back, much as I would have liked some fish. Put that back and went for something else instead. Yeah. I don't have a menu in mind, you know, I just write a list of things I need, the basics I need to remind myself to get, you know, like bananas and stuff. They didn't have any big coffee, didn't have any cheap coffee. All they had was the ones that are £9. And I thought, oh, no, not paying that. So I got a little coffee that'll tide me over till I can get one from somewhere else. I'm not paying £9 for a jar of coffee. I'm not that fussy. So, yeah, it is. But I don't like tea. That's the problem. I heave when I smell tea, let alone drink it. Absolutely chuck up with tea. So, I drink cordial. You know, the squash that you water down with water. I don't know whether you call it cordial in America. It's like fruit cordial. You put some in like that and then you put water in. Yeah. Because I'll drink it with hot, yeah. Oh my God, no, I hate tea. I went off tea when I was pregnant with my son. I was brought up on tea, drank tea all my life. And even before I knew I was pregnant, I didn't know why. Tea was making me heave. And of course, when I found out I was pregnant, then that was the explanation, wasn't it? And I gave birth to him, and the first thing they did was bring me a cup of tea. And I went, can't drink that. No. And I still can't. When anybody comes and I have to make them a cup of tea, I'm like, when I'm making the tea, because I can't stand the smell of it. Oh, no. If it's a good friend, I usually say, make your own tea. Sue always used to make her own tea when she came, because she's a tea belly. Are we having a drink? Are we having a tea? My mum was the same. Every 5 minutes it felt like. Are we having a drink? Are we having a tea? Oh, I used to have to hate making it for my mum. Oh, yeah. It was lamb chops, was it? With my friend, it was bacon. Her husband wanted bacon and egg for his breakfast. Hi, Shad. And she couldn't make his breakfast. Even before she knew she was pregnant, yeah, before she'd even missed one, you know. My necklace is glitter today. Look at that. Glitter, glitter, glitter. We like a bit of glitter, don't we, Shad? Glitter, glitter, glitter. It's because I'm wearing a red dress, you see. My cardigan is actually, you can't see it very well, but it's black with red sparkles in it, my cardi. But I've got my shawl on because it's cold. And it's a rather huge shawl. I got carried away when I was making it. And that's got sparkles in. Because it wouldn't be me if it's not got sparkles, would it? You know, it doesn't quite match what I'm wearing, but there is a bit of red in it. So, yeah. Oh, no, I haven't got flashing lights. No, it just sparkles, yeah. Hi, Helen. Not doing too bad, you know. Usual. Aches, pains, groans, moans. That we don't talk about, do we? It's Saturday. We don't talk about moans and groans and pains and aches and whatnots. I've got my heat pad, so I'm not too bad. I got my shawl, I got my heat pad. Just taking my pills, you know, all's well with the world. Yeah. Somebody said to me, you know, you're always remarkably cheerful. I said, well, what's the flipping alternative, you know? I could moan, I could sit here and moan, but does it make me any different? Does it make the pain go away? No. So there's no point, is there? No point making everybody else miserable just because you've got pain. Oh dear. Yeah, I can't be doing my whingy, whiny, moany, groany videos, you know. Oh, I'm not well today. Oh, I've got an headache. Oh. Fine, keep it to yourself, love. We've all got problems. I'm just having my coffee while it's hot. Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah. I've got my tickets come. My tickets come. So, not till February, but my tickets here. I hope I don't lose the flipping thing before then. For the Northwest Winter Wool Festival at Norbreck Castle Hotel. 14th. It says Saturday, but I hope it does for 2 days because I paid for 2 days. Oh, it's a weekend admission. It says so the little bit at the bottom there. Weekend admission, yeah. February the 14th and the 15th it'll be, won't it? 10 till 4. Yeah, I've got my little letter. Additional information, but does it say anything? Oh, to redeem the complimentary show pattern, that is a hot water bottle cover, I believe. Use this link that will allow you to directly redeem your pattern and includes the coupon code. Oh, right. There we go. That's how we get our pattern, apparently, Linda. Linda's already sent for her ticket, but she might have done hers, you know, electronically. I prefer a physical ticket, you know, I can go here, here's my ticket. I prefer that. Yeah, thank you all very much for the like button. Oh, I got some lovely compliments on the last video I made. Oh, you know, when you're having a down day and you're feeling a bit ugh, and you open up and somebody sent you a fantastic comment and you're like, oh, it's so nice. So thank you, everybody, that sent me nice comments. Thank you very much. It made my day. It really did make my day. You know, it costs nothing, does it, to be nice? I know nices seem to be a bit boring, you know, nice. But it was nice, yeah. Hi, Jane. Anybody else I've missed? Hello. But I'm going to drink my coffee, then I've nearly finished my sweater. I didn't bring it in here because I'm on the rib bit. You can buy yourself a Valentine's present. Yeah, well, you know, nobody's going to buy us one, are they, Linda? Let's face it. Hi, Nathan. Yeah. Oh, shush phone, yeah. Yeah, we might as well buy our own. Oh, it's filed, is it? With your hotel booking. Oh, she's posh. She's going to have a hotel. I'm just getting there on. I'll be sharing a taxi because my friend up the road's going as well. So if she walks down to me, we can get a taxi together. Because it's a bit of a walk from the tram, I believe. And no, it's Saturday and Sunday, Nathan. Yeah, I've got a weekend pass. Well, it was £8 for one day and £10 for two. So I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to go Saturday or Sunday yet. So, you know, I've got the choice, haven't I? You know, if it's pouring down on the Saturday, I might change my mind. I think, no, I'm not going yet. I won't be wearing a big long jacket like a Mora. I need to make something to go, don't I? But I've got till February, so I've got plenty of time. But that gorgeous jacket that Amora made, well, it's a long coat really, wasn't it? It's at the Norbrook Hotel in Blackpool, Nathan. And it's supposed to be bigger. I mean, last year was the first one they did. So it wasn't huge, you know, according to like the ones I've been to in the past. I mean, it won't be anything like Ali Pali, you know, anything like that. But it hopefully will be bigger. Because apparently, a bit far to come by taxi. Not from my house. It'd be about 20 quid. That crochet coat was gorgeous, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. I mean, it made me laugh was her husband-to-be kept treading on the back of it as if she was walking in front of him, and he kept treading on it. I mean, somebody actually asked me on the video, who's that man that's walking behind? I thought she said he was her other half about 4 times. She must have missed that bit. It should have been her husband, but they had to cancel the wedding because it was being held in, where was she being? She was going somewhere. And they couldn't go because of all the troubles. They cancelled all the flights and that, so she had to postpone her wedding, yeah. Iran, I think. I think her husband-to-be is Iranian. I think she was being married in Iran so that all his family could go. But if you remember, there was a little bit of trouble going on between Israel and Iran and stuff, and they cancelled all the flights. So, end of story. Yeah, I believe they're doing workshops, but I won't go because, you know, they're a bit of a rip-off, them workshops, to be quite truthful. Sorry, Linda, but they are. You know, I know most people who've been to them say they're not long enough. They rush them, they don't tell you much, and, you know, they're very expensive. So I'm still doing this. I finished off the other thing, but I'm on me. Oh, my niece took a hexagon jacket today. She took it. A wicked jacket. She liked it. Yeah. I know some of the girls at, Northern Iran, yeah. Some of the girls at Nick Group went to, I think it was supposed to be like how to do, well, they call it colour work in America. We call it Fair Isle. And they were supposed to be making this hat. But it just wasn't a good class from what I can gather. So, you know, it would put me off. Oh, for goodness sake, whoever's sending me messages. You're under a tornado watch. Oh, goodness gracious me. You better super glue your hat on, Shad. You might be losing it. Don't be going fishing. You'll be blown away. Let's have a look at who keeps sending me messages. No, that was one from Linda from before. Oh, Zelda, she had her birthday the other day. And now I think it's her granddaughter's having a 3rd birthday. Yeah, a baby. Well, she's got 2. Stitch by Mrs. D's got a video up if you care to have a look. Not now, later. And there's a person at my front door. That's my next door neighbour. £2.71 at PayPal. Oh, I know what that is. I've just bought myself a necklace. Only on eBay, it's only a cheapy one. So I just had to pay for it. £2.71. Woo! Last of the big spenders. And that's with the postage as well. You know me, keeping a tight hold on my wallet, yeah. Well, you have to these days, don't you? I was surprised. I got a massive, massive trolley full of stuff at Morrisons, and I thought, oh my goodness me, I'm going to die when I get to the till. And it was £114, which I thought was great because it filled 4 shopping bags. If I go in Marks and Spencer's and spend £60, I come out with 1 shopping bag. People say Morrisons is expensive, but I don't find it that. I mean, I was really, happy with what I spent. I mean, I've not just got 1 week shopping there. Obviously, I've got 2 or 3 weeks shopping, apart from bread and milk, which you've got to buy anyway. But I've got about 2 or 3 weeks shopping there. So when you divide it up, 114 is not so bad if you get 3 weeks out of it. I should be doing my soups again and stews again. Oh, you watch Mrs. D? No, I didn't think it was bad, but I did get a lot of, the vegetables that were on offer, 3 for 2 and all that, and 3 for a fiver or something. I think the pears, I got pears, oranges, and grapes, 3 for a fiver, I think. So I didn't call that bad at all. And I just had a pear and it was gorgeous. I need to eat them though because it says eat now, so I don't want to leave them till they go furry. Yeah, I was quite pleased. Quite pleased. I made lentil and carrot soup the other day and it was gorgeous. So I've got leeks, I've got carrots, I've got peppers, got all sorts today. So I'll be making some vegetable soup some stage during this next coming week. That will last me 2 or 3 days. So, yeah, getting organised in my old age, yeah. Well, you have to, don't you? I love it when I know that something's already cooked and I don't have to start cooking. Besides which, it saves on your gas and your electric, doesn't it? Yeah. If you know you've got something cooked and you've only got to warm it in the microwave, and that only takes like a couple of minutes, doesn't it? So, you're not using much electric, are you? Got to think about these things, haven't you? At one time, that wouldn't have entered my head. I would have cooked every single day, oven on, gas on, everything. You've got to think these days because everything's gone up so much. You can't just be blasé. I mean, I did put the heating on tonight for an hour because it was cold. But that's another thing. You would have whacked the heating on, wouldn't you? Left it on for 3-4 hours. Now I put it on for an hour and take the edge off everything and leave, and leave it and turn it off again. Yeah. My bedding's not quite dry, so it will be dry because I've got a radiator in the conservatory, so it'll dry what's on the area. Yes. So what's everybody making? We might not see Sophie tonight because her mum sadly's had a stroke. So she's been looking after her dad and seeing to her mum, yeah. I don't like, I will freeze the soup, but I'd rather eat it for 3 days on the run than freeze it. I have freezed it. I have frozen it. I've got about 2 or 3 lots in the fridge. No, not the fridge, the freezer. But I prefer to have it fresh, yeah. I just put it in bowls, put in cling foam or my teeth won't work today. Cling film over the top of it and put it in the fridge, yeah. Finishing a little fall sweater and a hat. Yeah, what's for dinner, Chris, today? What's for dinner, Chris? I had Scrambled eggs with cheese, with salt, pepper, and a bit of Worcester sauce. That's what I had it on toast, yeah. I didn't fancy a big tea. Yeah, I do freeze it if I get fed up of it, but I prefer to eat it while it's fresh. I've got some carrot and lentil in the freezer from before, and I've got some veggie soup. I reached out my stew. I had that the other day that I'd put in the freezer. As I say, when I come in sometimes, I've been to knit club and I come in and my back's hurting and I feel a bit, and I think, oh, I've made me soup. I've got me soup. But it cheers me up. I like it with French bread, like or ciabatta, yeah. I like a bit of bread to dip in. Could have got a French stick, couldn't I, today? But I didn't, I forgot. Never mind. I'm not making soup tomorrow. I won't be making soup till Monday. Tomorrow, I think it's fish cakes. Yeah, I think it's fish cakes tomorrow. Oh, you're hungry now? We're talking about food. Yeah. You had grilled cheese, yeah? No, I had cheesy eggs. I had quite a few eggs, so I had some eggs, and I did buy some more eggs today, even though I had some eggs. But eggs, you need eggs, don't you? Make a meal out of eggs, and they're quite cheap. I know they're more than they used to be, but still quite cheap if you're only having a couple for your meal. I think they're about £3 for eggs, something like that. Although I got free range today, so I think it was £2 something for six, but they were free range eggs. Yeah, I like homemade soup and stews. Yeah, I must admit I've been stocking up on cans and tins and things, not for use. It's for my store cupboard. You know, very cheerful, aren't I? But if the snow comes or something, or the bad weather comes, I know I've always got tin soup or something if I can't get out for fresh veg. Yeah. Oh, you need to go to the coop and have a look if you've got any eggs, dear. Right, okie dokie. I don't know whether you watch Jude or not, the lad who lives in Scotland. And he has all these hens because he wanted hens, but he doesn't like eggs. So he's been trying to find out ways to use up his eggs. And his chickens are laying away there. But they might not do in the winter because he lives in Scotland and it can be cold in the winter up there, yeah. I'm sad he didn't win that YouTube thing. He was nominated for like a newcomer award thing, but I don't think he won it. So that was sad because I enjoy watching him, yeah. He might have a video coming up this coming week because he missed last week with being in London. I wonder who looked after his cat and his hens. Yeah, his parents died, yeah. Oh, water jugs, yeah, no. We don't tend to have a problem with water, touching wood. in the UK, yeah. Cream soda goes flat fast. Man, your flat soda's supposed to be better for you. You know, gassy drinks. I do drink cans. You see me drink cans, but as a rule, I don't drink many. You know, some people reach for a can every time they want a drink, don't they? I will drink a can, and I've got cans in the fridge, but it's not my normal thing, yeah. Rice for emergencies, yeah. I've always got rice in and pasta, but I don't eat pasta. I don't know why I buy it, but I do. I've always got pasta in. I don't mind tuna pasta, you know, with sweet corn, but I'm not a lover of pasta at all, or spaghetti or anything like that. I don't mind. Is it cannelloni where they wrap it round meat? Well, not meat. It's usually spinach and ricotta I buy. You know, it's like a roll. Is it cannelloni that? I will eat that. But pasta, no. I remember when I was newly married, we'd never had rice at all, you know, except for rice pudding. And then the couple next door, I said to her one day, "What are you making?" And she said, "Oh, we're having such a thing in rice." And I went, "What for your main meal?" I thought she was weird, you know. I'd never heard of people eating rice with a main meal. And I said to my then husband, I said, "Have you heard of having rice with your meal?" He went, "Well, only with curry." You know, he'd been to Indian restaurants, which I wouldn't have gone to, yeah, because I don't like it. But he said, "I've had rice with curry, but not with anything else." So, but you know, I wasn't brought up with rice or pasta or anything like that. It was potatoes with everything, really. My mum was a very basic cook. She was a good cook, you know, but very basic. But we never wanted for anything. We never went hungry. She'd always find something, you know, the cheese and onion pie or something like that. If she didn't have meat. But she was a dab hand at doing, you know, something out of nothing, as we used to say. I think that generation was because she came from a huge family. So, you know, there wasn't meat to go around. There were 16 of, well, 18 if you count the parents. There were 16 children. So, you know, meals weren't expensive back in the day, yeah. Yeah, it's only this last generation that eat rice and pasta. You know, I remember talking to somebody, and when her grandma, she was Italian, came over to England at first, she couldn't get olive oil. And the only olive oil I ever knew when I was a kid was at the chemist. And you bought it and warmed it up and put it for earache. You didn't cook with it. When she came from Italy, you know, she was surprised that she couldn't find any olive oil to cook with. You know, it was all lard or dripping or whatever we had over here, yeah. But I got addicted to watching these YouTube programs, you know, like cooking on a budget or what our grandparents cooked during the war or during the Depression. And I've been quite enthralled with what you can do with the cabbage, you know. I've been like, oh, yeah, that looks good, yeah. Or when you grate potato and onion, like to make like a rosti, how they call a rosti. I'm looking at them thinking, oh, they look tasty because you fry them, don't you? Make them all crispy. I thought that looks tasty. I mean, we used to have bubble and squeak when I was a kid. That was mash and any vegetables that were left over, chopped up with a bit of onion, and my mum would fry it up. I used to love bubble and squeak. My ex-husband did as well. He used to say, make too many veg, will you, on Sunday? Then we can have bull and squeak. Yeah, I did see Ophelia walking down the runway, yeah, yeah. Iona, she's funny, isn't she, Iona? I love watching her. She's great. Toodle pip. If you don't watch Mean Queen Super Scrimper, you don't know what we're talking about. But she always ends the videos going, toodle pip. She's very down to earth, Chris. Very, very down to earth, yeah. She's made some absolutely gorgeous, like mandalas. She's done them with buttons and embroidery threads and all sorts. And she's done them like in an embroidery hoop thing. Oh, they're lovely. I think she's put them on felt or something, you know. But oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And she has some rum ideas, doesn't she? I mean, she gets some horrible comments on her videos, which I think is nasty. I mean, she is who she is. Maybe she's not mainstream, maybe she's not conventional, but she's down to earth and she's truthful. You know, she calls a spade a shovel. You know, it's just, she doesn't kowtow to people's, you know, how people think she should behave. She doesn't, you know. I mean, she's not outrageous, don't get me wrong if you've never watched her. She just has her opinions and she's not afraid to say them, yeah. We're talking about Mean Queen Super Scrimper, yeah. Ilona, she's called. Yeah, Gillian, have you seen those mandalas she's done? Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? She does uses buttons and she sews through them to make them look like a flower. And everything goes round in a circle, doesn't it, like that? Really lovely they are. She was going on about not having a TV license. About they keep sending the things like saying you need to get a TV license. She said, I've not had one for years. Not had a TV for years. I don't watch it, she said. I don't know why I pay for a TV license because it's very, very rare I ever watch anything on the telly. I watch Talking Pictures on a Sunday because they're always talking about things from my generation, you know, adverts that they used to be back in the whatevers and, you know, biscuits and things that you used to get back in the time, you know, and they have these, not videos, snips of, you know, where is this? And they show, you know, cars being driven like in the 50s and the 60s. And yeah, I don't see why we have to pay for a TV license. Honestly, I really don't. It's because there's no adverts on it. But I mean, I watch very, very little on the telly. And when I do watch the telly, it's very rarely BBC. I mean, what annoys me though is a lot of the programs I love to watch, they put them on Netflix and things like that. And I refuse to pay. Eventually they'll come on YouTube or somewhere. I'll wait. You know, Acorn TV or Netflix or something or other and all that. Yeah, what gets me is like they pay people silly amounts of money, you know, that are executives and stuff like that. That's where our TV license money's going, you know. But I mean, I do think that elderly people that can't get out and about, that rely on the television because they're housebound and that's the only thing they watch, they don't have Netflix and Sky and things like that. They just watch the telly. And I think it's ridiculous that people like my age group, like nearly 80, should have to pay. I mean, I get out and about still. albeit on my mobility scooter, but I do get out and about. But there are a lot of people, my age group and older, who can't get out at all. Yeah, but you're supposed to have a TV license to watch iPlayer, Linda. It asks you, do you, if you watch BBC catch-up thing, do you have a license, it says. So they do check up on you. But I mean, elderly people, that's their only bit of pleasure, isn't it? If they're housebound, can't get out, little bit of telly. I mean, would it hurt? I mean, at one time it used to be free, I think, was it over 75 or over 80? It used to be free. But not now. Grab, grab, money grab. Yeah. It's difficult to prove you're not watching it. This is my trouble. I'm one of them. I'd be the one who got caught or something, for not having a TV license. So stupid me pays ours, even though I don't flipping watch it. But it's one of the grumbles of life, isn't it? Having to pay for stuff you don't watch. But I refuse to have Sky and Netflix and all them. It's only £15.99 a month, is it really? £16 would buy me 2-3 meals. Yeah, I do have a license, Linda, even though I don't watch the flipping thing 3/4 of the time. The things I do watch only seem to come around all at once at Christmas time, like Call the Midwife and things like that. And they put them all on in a bunch, and you don't know which one to choose, do you? They're all. And then all of a sudden they all disappear, and all over the summer you got nothing to watch. I mean, there's supposed to be a new series of Midsummer Murders coming out, but you bet your boots it'll come out for a series. Oh, I'm still not paying it. Netflix. I don't watch films anyway. I'm a poor one. People say, have you watched this film, that film, the other film? No, not interested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Got 4 more to do. Some people watch film after film after film. I don't. My son used to just watch films and series and stuff, and I'm like, oh, no, not interested. There's a lot of stuff on the telly at the moment I'm just not interested in. I'm a celebrity, traitors, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. Nah, not interested. Yeah, they might have, Nathan, but I'll not bother. When I'm doing my crochet, I like listening to stories, when they do the stories on YouTube. I put one of them on and I sit. They're on for an hour and a half. Like Miss Marple and things like that. I like listening to things like that when I'm crocheting. Anything I have to keep watching, I'm like that. My neck hurts, yeah. Yeah, Sheila finds the free ones, doesn't she? She watches a couple of free ones. But Sheila likes the old movies, doesn't she? The old cowboys and stuff like that. That's the only thing I miss Sky Television for was the geographical channel and the history channel. I used to watch. I think my son actually put Pluto on my telly thing, but I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. As I say, I'm quite happy with what I do watch. Just certain things when I see things advertised all over the place, and then I look and it's on Netflix, and I'm like, yeah. Hi Esther, not doing too bad. I've got the heat pad. Took my tablets, I'm fine. I'm doing all right. Yeah. I'm not sponsored yet. Every time I watch anybody sponsored by Wild deodorants or something, or they get a free chair, don't they, or get anything like that. Well, I am sponsored today by that. No, all I got was a bloke in India wanting me to, was it India or China, wanted me to promote these silly little plastic dolls. And I'm like, no, no. Now, if you're going to ask me to promote wool or something, send me a few balls of wool, that's fine, I'll do that. So I'm not, I don't think anybody, my clients, want plastic dolls, do they? Like little Barbie doll things. No. And I did get asked by Temu once to promote their junk. I said no to that. I would only sponsor something if it was something I was interested in and I would have bought, yeah. I'd forget to cancel them, that's my trouble, Seaside. Well, I've got a pattern today. No, the other day, not today. My printer's gone on the frizz, so I can't show you the others. The lady who was making these at Knit Club, aren't they gorgeous? And if you like a pattern that's a Serdar pattern, and it might be from a few years ago and you can't find it, if you go on Serdar webpage, right at the top bar, there's a bit that says Heritage. And you can get patterns knitted or crocheted from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. They're £3.50. You get them downloaded. And I thought, oh, God. So if you've missed a pattern or you've lost a pattern that you had 20 years ago, you can find it on there. Serdar Heritage. As long as it's a Serdar pattern, of course. Or a Hayfield, because Serdar and Hayfield are the same firm. Yeah. You'll find it on there. I found loads of nice patterns. Because you know me, I like a vintage pattern. Can't be doing with these top-down circular needle stuff. But them little mice are only about 6.5 inches high. And a lady at Knit Club was making them. And I thought, oh, I like them. And they don't look like the faces would be hard. Like little faces and whiskers. I don't think you need to put expressions on them. No, they've got noses and they've just got little dotty eyes. So I might manage them. But aren't they cute? They're like old-fashioned carolers, aren't they? Like carol singers. Yeah. Dickensian mice, it says. Designed by Alan Dart. He used to do a lot of toys, didn't he? There was Jean Greenow and Alan Dart, yeah. I think they both passed away now. But this lady had said to me, oh, it's an old pattern, you won't get one. And I thought, I'll have a look. Anyway, I found one. She said she'd had it for a long time, her pattern. But her pattern looks as though it had come out of a magazine, actually. Or maybe she'd cut, pages out of a pattern book or something. So, no. So I might make a mousse. I've still got to make me owls. I've got my key rings. They've arrived. I've got to do them before November. But I found some wool. Because they won't take much. The owls are only like that. They fasten on a key ring. I've got my eyes. Well, not my eyes. I've got my eyes, yeah. I've got the eyes, little wobbly eyes that stitch on. because, you know, stick-on ones are no use on wool because they just fall. Well, Pinterest keeps sending me things. Yeah, it's not bad, that rainbow crochet cardigan. Cute things to crochet. It's very nice of you to keep sending me things, Pinterest, but I'll look for my own, thanks. Yeah, my satin bedspread's gone away and my big fluffy purple one's come out. And I got a hot water bottle. What I don't like about it, it came with a cover, a fleecy cover, but it's going to have to come off. Because when you're trying to fill it, the cover will only come off if the hot water bottle is empty and you fold it in half. When you're trying to fill it, you get a bit of water. So your cover gets a bit damp and yeah. So I might take it off and make a cover, you know, that I can take on and off when I'm filling it and put it on after I've filled it, yeah. Oh, maybe if I get that free pattern. I think it's knitted though. That free pattern that's, you know, did you get notification you've got to download it, Linda? This hot water bottle cover. Is it knitted? I'm better at crocheting. I can remember making Harry Mum when he was a baby. And I sewed I don't know what it was, a mouse or something, you know, a motif. Oh, he loved it when he was little. If he wasn't feeling very well, I want my mousey, whatever it was. I think it was a mouse or something. My mousey made me feel better. Not when he was grown up, of course. I'm talking when he was back 2. And that hot water bottle cover, we had it years. We had it years and years. So I gave in the other day and ordered one. But it came with this cover. They said this cover stuck to it kind of thing. Velvet. I've got to take it off. I hate trying not to get it wet when I'm filling it up, yeah. Hey ho, and the merry will be. Yeah, I'll show you that sweater next week. I've nearly done it. I'm onto the ribbon. I've done the ribbon for the neck, and it's all sewn up. I've got the ribbon round the bottom to do and the ribbon on the sleeves. But I need to try it on to see how long. I've got a feeling I don't need much ribbon on the sleeve. I've got a feeling it's long enough. It wasn't bad though. It took 500 grams of this, not this colour obviously. And then I found some purple, 2 lots of purple in the garage with lurex in. Oh, you can't get Ravelry on your phone. Oh. If I can download it, maybe I can send you the link, Linda. It's not as if I'm sending it to you and you haven't paid, because you've paid, haven't you? I think it says you can do it some other way as well. Not just on Ravelry. Oh no, it's on Ravelry. If you have difficulty downloading your pattern, please contact us at northwestwinterwoolfest@gmail.com. Maybe you could tell them you can't get Ravelry. Maybe they'll send you a link by email if you get in touch with them. Yep, got my ticket, Linda, got my ticket. As long as I don't lose it, we'll be all right. Oh, God, I've got stomachache again. I've had stomachache on and off all day. That's why I only had eggs. Oh, your hot water bottle's rechargeable. Everything's blooming rechargeable these days, isn't it? Oh, God, I've got pains in my stomach. Oh, I wonder you didn't hear that. My stomach rolled then. Perhaps I should take the hot water, the heat pad, from the back to the front for a while. Oh, I haven't got a tablet. I've only got a Fire thing, whatever. I've got a PC and I've got a Fire. Oh, I think my heat pad's seen better days. I had another one, a lovely one, a lavender one. But I put it in the microwave, and what I hadn't realised was my daughter-in-law had taken out the thing that goes round. So I put it in the microwave and walked away from it, and of course it just got burnt because it just burnt a hole in one place. So I had to throw it out. It was my own fault. I should have looked if the glass thing was in. She must have spilled something when she was warming dinner and taken it out to wash it, and I hadn't noticed. Mm. Yeah, it looks like Sophie's not on today. Yeah, I bet you didn't know. Sophie's mum's had a stroke. Oh, one of the ladies at Knit Club's had a stroke last Saturday. Honestly, must be going around. She's a lot younger than me, you know. Scary. And Val's still suffering with a broken shoulder. Fractured, they call it, don't they? I don't know what the difference is between a fracture and a break, do you? But that's what she's done. Oh, my stomach. Oh, well, they're out of stock. I've never heard of a rechargeable hot water bottle cover. Hot water bottle. Well, you do plug it in. I'd forget to plug mine in. That's why I don't have an electric blanket, because I used to forget to plug it in. You know, you're supposed to plug it in half an hour before you go to bed, aren't you? I used to forget. Oh, stomach. Stop it. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I think I need to go somewhere. Talk amongst yourselves while I get back. Oh. Oh. I'm back. I'm back. Ooh. If you're an IBS sufferer, you know where I've been. I'm not going to tell you, but you know where I've been. Oh, excuse me. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. You never know when and where it's going to strike. Usually at the most inopportune moment. Oh, got something in my eye now. Oh, she starts jury duty. They called me for jury duty when I lived in Prestwich, and I'd only just had my spinal operation. And I said to her, well, you'll have to pay for a taxi there and back for me, and you'll have to get me a nice comfy seat because I can't sit anywhere because I've just had spinal surgery. And they said, we'll take you off. So I never went. Evening munchkin. Oh, my stomach's off again. Oh, they have to disappear again. You'll have to just talk amongst yourselves. Obviously, my IBS is kicking my butt tonight. In more ways than one. If you suffer from it when you get the riping pains, you don't get a choice. And I've got them again. I can see me not being here much tonight. I can see you talking amongst yourselves for a lot of times. Yep. Hold the fort. Hold the front page. I'll be back. Oh. That's my shawl. Feel like a matador then. Hey. Oh, I'm all right. It's just me IBS, and every now and again it decides to rear its ugly head. You just get violent pains and you just have to go. Sorry, that's too much information. Oh, you have IBS as well, do you? Yeah. When it grips you, it does. Hate grips you. Those of you who don't suffer from IBS, be very thankful. Yeah, be very, very thankful. Because it's not funny. And it's not something that can get cured. I think once you get it, you're stuck with it. I don't know where I got it from in the first place, but I've had it for years and years and years now. And I sort of wonder where it comes from. When I first got it, I thought it was something that they could cure, some antibiotics or something. You've got some kind of a stomach bug and you just take a pill and you're fine. I didn't realise I'd be stuck with it. But it was here for life, Oh, joy. And I try not to eat spicy things and stuff like that. That's why I don't like the taste of curry, but that's probably why I wouldn't eat a curry anyway if I did like the taste of it. Because I think that really would set me off, yeah. Hopefully I'm here now. Hopefully I'm not going again, like the Roadrunner. Beep, beep, gangway, beep, beep. Yeah. It's probably our innards giving up the ghost, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I asked my diabetic nurse why I got it. I said, what did I do wrong to get diabetes? Like, was it my diet? Was it me? Was it what? And she says, oh, no, a lot of it is because you've got older. Your pancreas is just giving up. And I thought, oh, charming. My pancreas is giving up. Hello, pancreas, don't give up yet. I need you. Hey, ho, and the merry will be under the oak and the sycamore tree. I wonder how many more rounds I have to do before I get to the place where I can stop. Because as you know, I don't do my hexagons. I don't carry on, and finish up with massively wide sleeves. So I tend to do a bit of jiggery pokery. I like the ones with the granny squares down the middle of the back instead of doing, the extra rows. But with this kind of wool, I could have a turquoise rather than a purple and look a bit odd. So I'm not bothered. I'll save that for when I'm doing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I found some purple wool with lurex in it. So I've got a new dress and a new skirt, one for my birthday, one for Christmas. So I'll need a sweater for the skirt and a cardigan for the dress. Yours started after a winter trip to Mexico. Yeah, I don't know where mine started. I can't pinpoint it down. It just sort of arrived on me. And for a while, I didn't know what it was. For a while, I kept thinking, what am I eating? Why I keep getting this stomach bug? What have I eaten now? I was blaming it on a bit of gastroenteritis and stuff, but apparently no, it's IBS. It's one of the crosses we have to bear as we get older. Amongst other things, we're either going deaf or going blind, hair falls out. If you're a guy, you go bald, What else next, Yeah, I can't have milk. I do have milk, but it's the lactose free, yeah. But apparently my niece is suffering a bit, and she was saying that they told her anything dairy. Well, I mean, I've just had eggs, haven't I? So they're classed as dairy, aren't they? The eggs, yeah. No, I don't have milk in my coffee. I And if I do have any milk on my cereal, I have, like I said, the dairy free there. I don't have the oat milk and all that rubbishy stuff. And soya, ugh, no. This is just lactose free. It makes it awkward because it means when I go out anywhere, I used to love a milkshake. Oh, love a milkshake. I have to make them here now, and get some milkshake powdery stuff and make my own. It's not the same. I used to love me a milkshake when I went out to a cafe, but can't have them. It's the same with hot chocolates and Ovaltines and Horlicks in a cafe because they use ordinary cow's milk, or they use that powdered stuff like and mix it with water, but it's made with milk. The Horlicks with water is made with ordinary milk. It's great, isn't it? Getting older. It's fun. But as my dad used to say, the alternative is not much fun. I just don't like soya. It gives me a funny taste in my mouth. It's like yogurts. Loads of yogurts are soya stuff, and I'm like searching through them for the yogurts that I can actually have. I stand there that long. I think people are thinking I've took root when I'm stood in front of the yogurt section, trying to find which ones I can have. Certain ones don't upset me. But I can't have them Alpro ones because they use soya. God, I wanted to find lactose-free milk in Morrisons. They had every kind. They had oat milk, almond milk, Could I find just the ordinary lactose-free? No. You can't digest dairy. I'm beginning to think, because I love eggs and I love cheese, but I'm beginning to wonder if that's what's setting me off, because I had eggs and cheese for my tea. One never knows. I shall find out. It seems to have calmed down. Touch wood. Seems to have calmed down. Oh, dearie me. What a gay day. There was that Larry Grayson, wasn't it? What a gay day. I haven't been in Aldi's for a while. I've been managing with, I don't like oat milk. Oat milk, rice milk, whatever milk. There was a whole raft of them at Morrisons, a whole section of different kinds of milk. And I'm like, God, how many kinds of milk are there? My week's been not too bad, really. Aches and pains and God knows what, Dotty, but we just don't have to complain. We just get on with it, don't we? Apart from that, I'm all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I've got at least 3 more to do yet. Yeah, I put away my summer frocks. Got my winter duvet on. I've got my fluffy bedspread. My purple fluffy bedspread's come out. Put the satin one away. Oh, you have to stay cheerful. I just said before. We can moan and groan, but does it make any difference? No. Does it make us feel better? Marginally. But the people all around us, does it make them feel better? No, it makes them feel miserable. So I just try to get on with it, yeah. I might have a grunt and a groan when I'm on my own. You know, I get off the chair and go, ah, because I live on my own. Yeah, reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2, 3. Oh. As my dad used to say, you're a long time dead, so keep going. I say that to myself and I'm hobbling. First thing in the morning, I go hobbling to the bathroom. I think, keep going, you fool, keep going. You'll be better in a minute, keep going. Or you lie in bed and you, for the moment, you know, you just don't want to get out of bed because you think nothing hurts. You're in that euphoric state where nothing hurts, so you're reluctant to get out of bed. You saw a Rastaman. Hey! Rastarai. Haile Selassie, what do they call him? Yeah. Selassie I. I love me a bit of reggae. Well, you're entitled to keep dozing off, Jane. You don't have to apologise. If you want to doze off, love, you doze off. Nobody on here will censor you. We've all done a bit of that, haven't we? Oh, they look lovely when they got. Oh, I love national costumes. Not just Rastafarian costumes, you know, national costumes. I think they're lovely. Oh, I was thinking about you the other day, June, when I was watching Amora, you know, in Alexander Palace. And I was thinking, I was supposed to be meeting June many years ago when I was fit and able. If you remember, I was going to go down to Alipali and I never did. I like well-maintained dreadlocks. I just don't like them horrible matty things that look like they haven't washed their hair for years, yeah. I've got that kind of voice, apparently, that sends people to sleep. A friend of mine, she used to say, will you read some bedtime stories to my son because he likes nodding off? You've got a very soothing voice. Oh, really? I must try talking to myself when I can't get to sleep then. I like the little plait dreadlocks. You know, the ones that look well kept. I don't like that great big chunky dreadlock, you know, that looks like it's never seen water. I don't like them. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that coat of Amora's, yeah, honestly. Did you ever get to Ali Pali, Jude? I know we were planning to meet up one time years back, weren't we? And then, of course, illness and God thing, one thing or another got in the way. Well, my laundry more or less dried outside, but it's on an area in the conservatory, and I did have the heating on for about an hour. So I'm hoping that's helped to dry it off completely. It was still a bit damp when I fetched it in. Oh, a Morris coat, yeah. I mean, personally, I wanted done it in blue and white, but that's just me, isn't it? But I did love the coat. But I gave away the pattern, not for the coat, obviously, for the Persian tile. I bought Janie Crow when I went to Yarndale once. I bought 2 books of hers. And then I realised that I wasn't going to ever do them. So my friend in Scotland was doing the Persian tiles, so I sent her both the books. I thought somebody might as well use them because I'm not going to use them. So I don't have the Persian tile pattern anymore. Yeah, you're as bad as me, are you, June? I can't walk anywhere these days. I mean, I'll be taking my walking frame when I go to Blackpool in February. I can't take my little scooter because it gets in everybody's way. Everybody bangs into it and walks into it, you know, and I don't want to be responsible for maiming anybody. I did take my little scooter when I went to the last Yarndale I went to, but I couldn't get in. You know, the stalls were like set in. Oh, you saw Doris Chan. She's doing theatre now, Doris. You know, she's doing amateur dramatics and stuff. Yeah, I would have done it in purples. Yeah, you're right there. But Amora likes, I don't know what she's really called. She's not called Amora. Yeah, my hero, Doris Chan. I've still got a crochet hook that she sent me when I was 70. Hmm. She sent me a tulip hook, a pink tulip hook. I've still got it. I've still got the furls hook that Ephraim sent me. I haven't done any recently. Most of my Doris Chan. Yeah, it had to be Nan's dinner plates, didn't it? Yeah, I made loads of Doris Chan patterns. I don't think I've got many left now, actually. I think they've all worn out. I need to do more. I've still got the books, obviously. There was only one book I never made anything out of. I still got the book, but it was when she went into broomstick crochet. Oh, the swirl one. Yeah, I've got a few. I've got a red. Oh, I don't know where the red one is. I've got a red one somewhere. Don't know where that is. I know where the bluey one is. Hmm. Yeah, I made it in James C. Brett Marble Chunky. I wonder what happened to the red one. It's around somewhere. No, I had a go at broomstick. I couldn't get into it. No, the last book Doris Chan did, she did a lot of like broomstick and then she did some Tunisian. So I never made anything out of that book. I've got the book still. One day I might do something out of it. But her first book was the best one, I think, the everyday crochet book. And then the lace, exploding lace one she did. That was a nice book as well. I get mine twisted, the broomstick. I don't know. And I can't manhandle the big needle thing that you need for it. I mean, I was sat doing it once, doing some broomstick crochet when I was still married, and I had this massive, massive, big knitting needle. It was about that far around, it was like a broomstick. And I was trying to do it, and I had it wedged between my legs while I was doing it. And my husband came in and he said, "That is so unladylike." He said, "Do you have to put it there?" I said, "Well, it's the only place I can wedge it." Because I couldn't hold it and do the crochet, and I had to wedge it somewhere to do it. Yeah. I've got one actually still left of them. It's in, I call it parrot colour. And I've never really worn it because it's too warm to wear it in the house. And yet, when I'm on my scooter, it's too cold. The one with the big collar, you mean? And I made it with hoods, didn't I, as well? Yeah, I must find the pattern for that. Make another one. But the one that was in the parrot, everybody loved it in the parrot, but I got a real bargain. I got it off eBay and I got a real bargain with that. And it was pure wool. And they discontinued the colour. Everybody would have wanted one of them. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, you make me one, you make one." I said, I can't get the wool. I mean, I bought the whole lot of it. She sold this big pack. Yeah, it had a big collar, and then I made it into a hood on one of them. I found this pack, and she was selling this pack for something like about £12 or something, and I bought it off eBay. And I found out later it was about £8 a ball. Oh, my ex-husband used to hate me knitting. He would sit on the sofa next to me. We had a sofa and 2 armchairs, but would he sit on the armchairs? No, he'd sit on the sofa. And I like to sit like crosswise on the sofa with the corner of the sofa to my back, because if I sat on a chair, I couldn't knit because my needles banged on the chair. And he used to say the sofa was shaking like that, you know, because I was knitting. And then he hated the click, click, click of the needles as well. But I didn't divorce him because of that. I divorced him for other reasons. A number of times he threw away the pattern. You know, we used to get newspapers back in the day, and we used to get free newspapers, so he was a demon for putting them all in the bin. And if I left my knitting pattern anywhere about, that would go in the bin as well. He'd say, oh, I just thought it were a bit of paper. He did it on purpose, I swear he did. But luckily I had the shop then, so I had to go and get another pattern. Oh no, mine used to moan. Why do you have to do that? Why can't you sit on a chair? I said, well, why don't you sit on a chair? You're not knitting. Or why do you have to sit on the sofa? Because I knit. Because that's where I'm more comfy. Well, I want to sit on the sofa. Oh, men. He would have never followed me around a knit show like a Morrisons fella does. He wouldn't let me look at shoes, clothes, anything. You know, ladies want to look at shoes. He said, are you buying something? I said, no, I'm just looking. No, well, come on then. I said, well, I just want to have a look. What do you want, a blouse? Do you want a skirt? Do you want trousers? Well, no, I'm just looking. Well, come on then. Oh, he was a nightmare. And yet when we went in B&Q, he looked at every screw, nut and bolt, up and down the aisles, looking at every... I said, do you want any of these? And I'm just looking what they've got. I said, yeah, well, I'm just looking at trousers and skirts and blouses. He'd be looking at drills and things. I say, are you buying a drill? No, I'm just looking what they got. No. I used to say, I'll go and wait in the car. I've had enough. Well, at least now there's nobody to moan if I make a mess. What do you say? Behind every crafter is a sofa stuffed with wool. I'm not that bad. I've got a basket, like a hamper basket, underneath my coffee table with all my bits in. I mean, I've got a garage full, but I mean the bits I'm using. Oh no, he didn't look at me like that, did he, Heck? He used to be thrilled to bits looking at drills and electrical things and stuff. They get, you know, obsessed with. And every time we went shopping, he'd grumble about how much I'd spent on food and stuff. And I used to say, hang on a minute, you've put engine oil in there, you've put shoe polish in again. We must have had about 24 black shoe polishes in the house. And he used to say, I said, half of that is yours. It's not even the food. You keep putting stuff in for the car, dusters, windscreen wipers, stuff like that, because Asda used to sell everything, you know. Yeah, Alan didn't like newspaper, paper, anything. He used to throw it all in the bin, in the recycling. Didn't matter if you read it or not. It used to all go in the bin. And I wouldn't mind, but I used to pass my Sunday papers over to the person next door because they didn't get them, you know. At the time I was working, it wasn't money. I used to get 2 Sunday papers and sit and read them all, and then when I'd read them, I used to pass them next door. That's if he hadn't got hold of them and thrown them out, yeah. Men, when they find a way to breed without men, there won't be any, will there? Doodly doo. I think my stomach settled down touching mud. I think that last bolt was the last bolt I've done. I should have known because I was laying in bed last night and I thought, what's that noise? What's that noise? It was my stomach. It was that loud. I heard it through. I have a CPAP machine that sounds like a Hoover. So I actually heard my stomach over the top of the CPAP machine. That's how loud my stomach was last night. I thought, blimey. I wondered what it was. I thought it was a noise outside. I'm like, what's that noise? What's that noise? Because I'm paranoid, living on my own. Noise, noise, noise. Because my Ring camera thing's not working properly at the minute. It's working if anybody comes to the door, but it tells me about a minute after somebody's been and gone. It's got like a time delay on it. If somebody rings the doorbell, they've usually disappeared before I answer it. Although there was some stupid bloke the other day. Your roof needs something. This, that, and the other doing to it. Have you seen it? And that I went, no, it's not my house. He said, what? I said, the owners live in Spain. I said, it's not my house. Quickest way to get rid of them. Tell him you don't own the place. Tell him it's rental. He said, well, can I just give you my card? I said, well, yeah, I thought it'll go in the bin, but you can give it me. You've just got a few towels that are loose. Yeah, they come and they say, £7,000, you need a new... Oh, yeah, no, thank you, go away. My tiles are all on. Could be storm damage. We'd need to have a look. Oh, no, thank you. It's not raining in. Fine, go away. I think he came. I wouldn't mind. There's a big sign at the end of our street that says no cold calling. Obviously, they can't read. I felt like saying, have you not seen that lamppost at the end of the street that says no cold calling? And I thought, I'll let somebody else tell him. At least we don't get the religious fanatics knocking on the door. I used to get them all the time until Buster almost bit one once. They didn't come back after that. They used to come every flipping Sunday when I lived in Prestwich. Every Sunday. Wandering up and down the street. Oh, here they come again. I'll be sitting in the bay window, they'll be ringing on the bell and they'll be going, I'm going, no. And they're going, no. Can we come in and pray with you? No. Please just go away. At least they are like, well, they haven't been here. I think they came once when I was in Fleetwood, but they haven't been here. We've got one man on a bike that stands outside of Home Bargains. He keeps getting moved on. He's very abusive. He's preaching, in his little way. But then he hates dogs. He says dogs should be killed. And then he starts going on about anybody vaping. And then he told the girl that she shouldn't be wearing shorts, He's a bit of a... They don't take any notice, Linda. You can put all you want on your door. I don't think they can read. I used to have one saying, no cold callers, no junk mail. Still got them. As I say, I don't think they can read. Or they don't think it's a polite to them. When I pointed it out, well, we're not selling anything. I went, yeah, but you're still a cold caller. I haven't asked you to call, have I? You can have a poster signed on your door saying no cold callers, no junk mail. Even the postmen bring junk mail now, don't they? Shove it through your door. You think, oh, the postman's here. I've got a letter. No, just a load of junk mail. Oh. Oh, no. No, I've not had one of them yet. I'd probably run them over with my scooter, wouldn't I? Got an itchy head. I've not got nits. You're all right. Not got creepies. Cooties, as they call them. We used to call them nits, yeah. Yeah, we used to have Nitty Nora, the bug explorer. We used to come to school and look in your hair. I used to get elected. Well, I didn't because I never had them. But, well, I did have them once. Some of the kids, God, they used to be walking away. But they can't do it now. They can't single children out. They have to send a general letter out to everybody in the class to say that, there's nits about, like, and head lice. But they can't just single out a child anymore now. Oh. So all the rest of the class has to get a letter. Some mothers, I don't think they know what to do. They just keep sending them to school. And then they infect everybody else. Doo-doo-doo. The ones that used to fascinate me was mostly in London or Manchester. Was the Hare Krishna lot, the orange dinging the little bells and going up and down the street with the shaved heads. They used to fascinate me. I never wanted to join them, mine, but they did used to fascinate me. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. London was the worst. They used to be going up and down the main street, the shopping street. When I used to be able to walk up and down the main shopping street, yeah. You don't see much of them these days, don't know, they're still around or what. I used to be in Manchester at one time. I haven't seen any for a long time. Perhaps it's no longer popular. Now they probably get mugged these days, won't they? Because people take offence to anybody who looks slightly different. There's that many nutcases knocking about with knives and stuff, running up to people. Do 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 do, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. I think they used to fascinate their little bells. They used to tingle, didn't they? Ding, ding, ding. Do, 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 do. Why did I suddenly think about, oh, Mother Cowie's doorstep, down Paradise Lane? I don't think he joined the Hare Krishnas. He went to, he did all that other stuff, that Buddhism, didn't he? Well, they all did, didn't they? That, what was he called? That priesty thing they all went to see. All the Beatles did, didn't they, at one time? What was he called? Not the Dalai Lama, no, it wasn't him. Yeah, the Maharishi, that's it, yeah. I think George Harrison stayed that way, didn't he? Kind of like a Buddhist. But the others didn't, did they? I think they all went, but I think, like, I can't imagine Ringo doing that, can you? He doesn't look that type, does he? Yeah, well, George Harrison used to play the sitar, didn't he? That's what they play, yeah. Oh, look at that. Why is it when they put a knot, they don't keep the knot in the colour sequence, do they? They just knot it and... Oh, did he do the Hare Krishna, did he? I sort of wasn't into him when they went into that phase, really. When John Lennon went a bit weird, didn't he? When he went with that Yoko Ono and they did that sit-in and they stayed in bed for weeks, didn't they? Weird. Do the same when I want it blue. What, me wool? No, I've just put a knot in it or darn it in. I'm not... Somebody put that on one of the channels I was watching, saying when you're using the boho spirit, do you break off and join in the colours? And I thought, oh no, I just use it as it comes on the ball. I don't try to colour coordinate. It's been a bit obsessive, that, isn't it? You'd be finishing it with all these little balls of wool because you keep cutting bits out. There's a girl at Knit Club does that. She does this plastic canvas because she's got learning difficulties. And she buys like rainbow wool like this, and then she cuts the colours into little pieces. I think, what's the point of that? That she'd cut the beigey bit out, and then she'd cut the turquoisey bit out to sew with. And she has all these bits. It's probably the way her mind works, you know. I never got the hang of that controlled pooling. Did anybody ever do it? You know, where you bought this wool and you controlled how it went. Oh, sounds like a lot of faffing, doesn't it? How can you control the pooling? Yeah, I think I need to start them owls. Get them out of the way. Get them done. Linda, you've got to do your dolls' clothes. You promised them. I've got to do me owls because I promised them. They're only little owls, the keyring charms. It's just for the church are having a stall. Not particularly a craft stall, it's just a stall with bits and bobs on. So I promised them some bits and pieces. I might make some little fingerless gloves and stuff like that, scrunchies or something. Things that they can sell for a small amount of money. I think I told you my friend Sarah's done some little goldfish. They're really pretty. I did find the pattern on Ravelry. Do, 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 do. Maybe I could do some little goldfish to go on the key rings as well. Oh, this is really thick for double knit. It's almost as thick as American 4-weight. Do you remember when I was talking about that wool, was it last weekend? I said I didn't know what it was. It was like called kingfisher and it was gorgeous, all shaded a bit like boho spirit. Well, somebody reminded me it was red heart. It was unforgettable. How I could forget it because it's called unforgettable. But they discontinued it and it was gorgeous. I loved that kingfisher colour. I haven't got anything left in it at all. It was like a sort of blues and greens. Oh, I might have a sweater left in it. But I need to find that swirl, that red one I did. No idea where it is. No clue. I can't have got rid of it because I only made it when I lived in Fleetwood. So I didn't throw anything away. Got me thinking I need to find that tomorrow. A bit more room in my wardrobe now. I've got rid of my summer dresses. Everything was scrammed. I've only got a little wardrobe. Everything was crammed in this wardrobe. And all my winter dresses were all creased when I got them out. So I put the flimsy summer ones have all gone away. I've left some of the short sleeve ones because they're thicker material, so I can wear them with a cardigan. But the flimsy summer dresses have all got put away. And I've put two to go on eBay. One of them still got its tag fastened to it, but it's size 24, so if I tried it on now, it'd be miles too big. So I thought I might as well try and sell it while it's still got the ticket on it. Then I've got another one. I've tried it on, it was about 4 inches too long, and it wouldn't look right if you shortened it. So I thought, right, that's another one to be sold. I need to save up for my new taps. I had some t-shirt yarn once, but I gave it away in the end because I couldn't use it. It was too thick. You know, people cut sheets up and things like that and make rugs and stuff, don't they? I can't crochet with anything that big and thick. Yeah, I bought this. I don't know where I got it from. It was on Bobbins. And in the end, I gave it to a friend. I don't know what she did with it. Yeah, my happy birthday outdoor tap, yeah. No, my niece is buying me the outdoor tap and the plumber. But I want taps in the bathroom and taps in the kitchen, so I can't ask her to have, pay for them as well. But I might as well wait until the plumber's here and ask him to do all the things at once while he's here. Because it'd be like one fee, won't it, for him while he's here? So I need to save up to get some taps. I might get him to come and give me an estimate. Maybe he can get me the taps because I don't know what taps to get. I can't go nipping off to B&Q and then I might buy the wrong taps. He might have an outlet, or at least he might tell me which ones to order. Because my taps in the kitchen are really wobbly and the top keeps falling off one of them. The bathroom taps are as old as sin, they're practically going green. When they're old taps and all the shiny bits are kind of worn off them a bit. I thought, oh, they're a bit horrible. It makes all the sink look old, and the sink's not. It's like kind of shaped like a oyster shell, the sink. It's quite a pretty sink. Only a white one, but the taps spoil it, if you know what I mean. Because the taps look so old and manky. It makes the manky is a word we use a lot up north. When something's manky, it means it's not very nice. It's a bit manky. So, but it spoils the look of the sink, yeah, or wash basin if you want to be posh. So it would look much nicer with new taps. Yeah, I mean, I don't need the outside tap until next year, probably, when I'm doing the garden again, but I'll get it done. It'll be done ready, won't it? Because the last time I used the hose pipe on the tap in here, it came off and wet the kitchen through. So not a good idea. Well, the bungee straps have held in the garage door's not opened in all that horrible weather. It stayed fastened down. So my son's idea was great, bungee strapping the garage doors to my scooter. So we had all those gales, didn't we, with Storm Amy, and my garage doors didn't open once. You use manky, do you? It's kind of a bit of a descriptive word. Ooh, it's manky, that. People are like, what? There's a lot of words we use up here in the north that people haven't got a clue what we're talking about. I mean, if I said I was cold, my mother used to say, oh, stop being so nesh. That means being soft because you're saying it's cold when she said it's not. And if you say nesh to anybody, they're like, what? What's that? What do you mean? Yeah, a lot of people don't know what we're talking about half the time. You always say nesh, do you? I'm nesh. I really am, yeah. We shorten words strangely as well, yeah. And if it's a relative, it's always our. Like my brother was always our Colin, yeah. I say our Ian. And people say, it's a funny name he's got. Our Ian. How do you spell it? They'll say our Ian. They think he's called our Ian. Big long word. Yeah. Our house, yeah. My ex-husband used to always pull me up because I used to say, I'm going for Buzz. And he used to say, going where? So I'm going for Buzz. He said, do you mean you are going for the bus? Yeah, I'm going for Buzz. Things are always da. Where's da been? Where have you been? I don't use it as much now because I've lived in Prestwich for a long time and I had to change my accent. But the Oldham accent is very, very thin. Yeah, going to Buzz, yeah. It is, well, Bolton and Oldham are quite similar accents, yeah. I don't know why they are, but they are. We're not near to each other, but somehow or another the accents got crossed over. Yeah, where's the bin? My granddad used to always say that. Hey, up, Chuck, where's the bin? We always call everybody love round here. And of course, these so called whatever women. It's demeaning. We don't like it. It's demeaning. Don't call us love. I'd rather be called love than something else. Well, that's another thing we say, summit. Yeah. Yeah, A up, yeah. What's up? Yeah, what's up? We say. What's the matter? Hey up, what's up? When I was little, my mum used to say, put your face straight. It'll freeze. Yeah, laters, yeah. That's a lot of it is Salford. Our kid is Salford. Everybody's our kid in Salford. Our kid. Whether they're related to you or not, they're always our kid. And when I worked in Salford, I found there was no T's in anything. It was Peter, job centre. No T's in anything. I say, you do mean Peter? Yeah, Peter. Yeah, kid, yeah. Some places call you hen. You're right, hen. I don't know what area that is from. It's not from where I'm from. Some people it's chick, some people it's hen. Some people it's bonny lass. You're right, bonny lass. Yeah. Is it duck in Nottingham? Yeah. Me duck, yeah. I don't find them demeaning. I find them terms of endearment. And I really hate it when these snotty women, oh, don't call me that. It's demeaning. Give up. I'm not your love. Don't call me love. As somebody once said to me, I don't know why women want equality when they've already got supremacy. Good one. I mean, I agree in certain ways if they're doing the same job, equality. But there are some jobs where a woman isn't physically strong enough to do the same job as a male. Well, some women are, but not an awful lot. Most people don't have the body core strength, to carry bricks up and down a ladder on a hod. Most women don't have that core strength. But I mean, I agree if it's an office job and they're all doing the same, yeah, there should be. Yeah, but these women who want to bang on about it, yeah. I mean, I agree in some respects for women's liberation, but not in others when they get militant. I'm thinking, oh, for goodness sake. I like the door being open for me. I like somebody opening a car door. I like somebody to pay for my meal. Yeah, hey, I'm a woman and I like it. To me, it makes me feel cherished when somebody does that. I don't feel it's demeaning. Yeah. Yeah, is it hen in Scotland? Yeah. No, I love being treated like a lady. I think it's lovely. I don't find it demeaning at all. I find it's manners, which a lot of young people sadly don't seem to have manners these days. I'm not saying all young people, I'm just saying some. Oh God, the thee, there, and them. You're scared of saying the wrong thing, aren't you? Good grief, it's not that important. To me, they is a plural. Yeah? Yeah, the West Indians are very complimentary. They are lovely, complimentary people. And they're not coming on to you, they just say, you look good. Yeah, man, you look good today. Man, you look good. You're looking fly. It's just the way that they are. They're very complimentary people, by and large. And I love the way they always say good morning if you go past. If you see a West Indian, they'll say, good morning. How are you? Good morning, love. Good morning. So I find myself doing the same thing back to them when I see anybody that's like West Indian. I'll say, good morning. How's it going? And they smile. They greet everybody. They just are very pleasant people. Do 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 do. I love my reggae. I love it when I'm doing my cleaning. Oh, if you go to London, they look at you funny if you speak to them. You say hello, they go. You know, you daren't talk to anybody on the underground or anything like that. Oh, God, no. I've never known such a race of rude people that live in London. Sorry if you're from London, but they really don't talk to each other. I talk to everybody and anybody. My ex-boyfriend used to say, I can't leave you for a minute when I come back, you're talking to somebody. I said, they talk to me. He went, yeah, likely story. He said, I can't go to the toilet. I said, leave you on your own at the bar. He said, you talk to somebody when I come back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. I always get the nutter on the tram. I always get him. They're either drunk or they look like tramps, you know. That's the kind of man I attract. Well, when I had the shop, lots of people used to talk to me because they knew me from being in the shop, and I didn't particularly remember them. But I used to think, don't be rude because they're probably a customer. So when people used to say, hello, John, you know, in the street or something, my ex would say to me, who's that? Who's that? How come they know you? And I used to say, I work in a shop. You know, they've probably been in and bought some wool or something from me at some stage. They remember me, and of course, I might have served 200 people in a day, you know. Oh, yeah, we're very friendly up in the north, yeah. We are very, very friendly. People notice that. People from the south, when they come up here, notice that about us, that we are very friendly up here. You go to London, they won't talk to you. You fell over in the street, they'd probably step over you. Everybody's helpful. Well, most people. Obviously, you get the ones that are not, but most people are helpful. Like sometimes I'll stop in my scooter for some reason or other. Maybe I've got to answer the phone or something like that. And if you stop there for more than 5 or 10 minutes, somebody will always come up to me and say, are you all right? Have you got a problem with your scooter? And I'll say, oh, no, no, it's fine, yeah. You know, I suppose it does depend on the person, but most people up here are friendly. I mean, since I moved here, people say hello to me. You know, and I'm just taking the bin out or something. They all say hello, yeah. You met a new friend? Oh, I love it here because I've got loads and loads of dogs. You know, they go past because there's a dog park across the road from me. Well, it isn't a dog park, but it's a park where the dogs go. And yeah, it's like a constant procession of dogs going past all day long. It's lovely. See some beautiful dogs. And if I go to the corner, well, I keep calling it the corner shop, it's not. If I go to my local shop, I always meet 2 or 3 dogs on the way there. And if you go on the seafront, of course, there's hundreds of dogs. I meet them all. I keep calling my friend the dog napper because you know, anybody with a dog, she stops. Yeah, it takes us hours to get up and down the seafront because she stops for every dog. Oh, hello, you know. I mean, I'm a Chihuahua napper. Yeah, I pinch Chihuahuas, me. I've got a friend that I sometimes see on the seafront. He's got a little dog Chihuahua called Sonny. And Sonny always comes and sits on my scooter. And I keep saying, I'm going now. Going now. I'm taking Sonny. Don't you dare. He goes, don't you dare. I daren't go home without Sonny. I'm not sure if it's sunny as in sunshine or whether it's sunny as in sunny boy. I've never asked him which way he spells the sunny. I think he's got a collar on. Maybe I should look if he's got a name tag. Ian would never put the dog's names on theirs because he didn't want anybody calling the dog, shouting the dog by the name. He'd put contact detail, but he wouldn't put the name. Buster never wandered anywhere. He was super glued to my side. There was no danger of him running off anywhere. He was super glued to my feet, was Buster. People used to say, has he not got his name on his collar and his address? I went, no, he won't go anywhere. If I opened the front door, he would sit there and never moved, never wandered off nowhere. He never went up the street or anything. He just used to sit. If I was doing the garden at the front, he'd just sit there. No lead, no nothing. Never wandered off. Now, Rosie, if I let her out, she would have gone to Blackpool. We get a black cat here. Nobody owns this black cat. Well, obviously somebody owns the black cat, but not here. But it sits at the end of my drive. Sits under next to God's car. And I said to her, who's the black cat? She said, I don't know, what black cat? I said, well, he comes over your fence and comes and sits under your car. I said, I've never seen him. Yeah, I see him all the time. He must belong to somebody in the next street. Because on this, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 bungalows on this little street before there's another street. There's a street there, and then there's a street there, and there's like 6 bungalows here. Nobody here has got a cat or a dog. So I don't know where it comes from. When I lived in Prestwich, it was a street of animals. Everybody had a cat or a dog. Because I was home all the time with my patio door open, I used to get everybody's cat. Everybody's cat used to visit me. They'd come in, make themselves at home, go to sleep on the chair. Especially if it was raining and their owners had gone to work. I went upstairs once and found one asleep on my bed. I thought, whose cat's that? I didn't see it coming. Must have sneaked past me, gone up the stairs and gone to bed. Next door's dogs used to regularly come through the edge and visit me. She used to say sometimes, have you got Buddy? I'd say, yeah, he's here. Why? Do you want to? No, I just want to know where he was. He used to come in and play with Buster and Gigi. She'd let him out in the garden and he'd come straight through the edge. No, I haven't had any animals. Well, we used to have the dog next door, but one used to come. If I had the front door open, he used to come in. It was called Sky. It was no, not a Labrador, golden retriever. And every time he used to leave his door open by accident or whatever, she used to come to us. And he used to be saying, have you got Sky? She's with ours. She's playing. She never went far. She only ever came to us 2 doors down, yeah. She was one of the best walk dogs in Fleetwood. She used to go out 3 times a day. She'd go out in the morning, go out at lunchtime, and go out at night, yeah. Ours used to go out twice. Unless it was really, really hot, and then if they got up really early, they'd take them out because it's, the seafront was concrete, so it used to get red hot, the sun was on it. The little paws would get burnt. So I used to take them down first thing, let them go in the water, in the sea. Then I used to take them out at night when the sun went down. I used to see people all the time in the daytime when it was red hot, well, the odd day when it was red hot, checking the dogs up the seafront. And I'm like, that concrete's roasting. You try taking your shoes off and walking up there in your bare feet. And some of them, they'd have really thick coats, these dogs, and I'm like, is it not warm? I used to be a bit, what's it with their owners? No, it's all right. I thought, bloody hell, it's nearly passing out. It's like the equivalent of us walking up the seafront with a blooming thick fur coat on, Yeah, they're so stupid, Nathan, round here. They take them out in all. I mean, it's not often it's that hot round here, but I mean, they take them out in everything. It's too hot for them. We never took ours out. They used to stay indoors if it was. I mean, they used to go out, but they'd find the shady. We had a shady part of the garden. They'd find the shady bit and go and sit in that. The one thing our dogs would never do, they would never go in the paddling pool. I've never had a dog that would go in a paddling pool. Not even Buster, he wouldn't. He'd drink it. Our dogs wouldn't go in. They go in the sea. They'll go in a puddle. Will they go in a paddling pool? No. I bought them a cooling mat. They wouldn't lie on that either. Those mats that are supposed to stay cool. No. They lie there panting in the sun. Come out of the way, come on in. I have a great big lounger. It's not a folding cheap lounger. It's a proper, like a wicker lounger with a big mattress on it. I never sat on that thing. The dogs used to both sit on that. I've got loads of pictures of the dogs sat on it. Now it's here. I can't get off it because it's too low down. So I've got my plant pots on it now. The mattress is in the garage somewhere. If anybody wants to lie on it, I'll reach the mattress out. Because I'm not leaving it out in case it gets wet. But I can't get off it. I can get on it, but I can't get back off it again. It's too low down. Never thought about that when I bought it. And of course I brought it here. I wasn't leaving it for them, for the new owners. So I'm not leaving it for them. I paid about 300 quid for it. I'm taking it with me. It looks nice in the garden. It looks attractive. Oh, my ball's nearly running out. Might get to the end of this. I think I need 19 rounds. I'm on my last round. Before I start the other hexagon. My finger's cramping up. See my finger, it won't straighten. It's called Duvet's contracture or something. When I'm in crocheting for a bit, it stiffens up. I have to wear my splints. I do more crocheting when I go to knit club or when I come on here than I do for the rest of the week. I don't know why. I've always got other things to do. Doodly doo doo doo. Do 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 do. You're all very quiet today. We've got no Enid, no Lydia, but then of course Lydia always comes on 10 minutes before I go, don't she? No Sophie, but we know the reason why we've got no Sophie. The plans for next week, probably the same boring old thing. Knit club Monday if it's not raining. Wednesday knit club. Thursday maybe go for brunch. Again, depends on the weather. I'm getting to be a bit of a fair weather woman. If it's raining hard, I'm not going nowhere. I don't mind getting wet on the way home. Sophie's mum's had a stroke. She's in hospital. So she's looking after her dad and her mum, going visiting her mum. So that's why she's not around. She's still in hospital, her mum. She put something on Facebook saying that's where she was. I think she said her dad's 95. Yeah, one of the ladies at Knit Club had a stroke on Saturday. She's younger than me as well. She's only in her early 70s. Scary. We've got no Val because she's not feeling well because she fell and fractured her shoulder. Yeah. Did I take the photos? No, I haven't took the photos yet. I took the photos of the shawls because I'm waiting for them to be picked up yet. My friend who's fractured her shoulder, she might get her niece to pick them up because she can't drive obviously at the moment. She's got her arm in a sling. That's Val. Hello, Lydia. Well, I was just saying somebody's missing. So Lydia's not come on yet. Oh gosh. Well, I hope you stay safe, Shad. Keep your hat fastened on. Well, I think everybody's liked. I think I've got 26 likes. So, but there's 29 people, or 29 thumbs up I've got, and 26 people in. Yeah, Lydia's here. Woohoo! And there's still half an hour to go, Lydia. You're early. Hi, Val. I was just explaining where you've been. Strip you of your royal title? No, I don't know, because Val's only just come in as well, so she's late. So she's not got a note from her mum either. Shad's in the house, but he's just going. He said the storm's coming. He's got a storm forecast. So he's leaving us. I was just explaining where everybody is, Val, that you were missing, and so Sophie, because her mum's had a stroke. I don't think it's doing very well, Dottie. It's not healing. Queen Lydia. Yeah, she's in hospital, apparently. She put a note on Facebook saying that's where she was. Not to us in particular, yeah. No, Val's shoulder's not sorted. Is it, Val? Oh, that's the mouse pattern, Val. Can you see it? It's called Dickensian mice. Do you know, I keep forgetting to ring Sue. Honestly, she must think I'm a terrible friend. I think about it. When I think about it, she's either at work or it's too late and I won't ring her because it's got to like 10 o'clock at night. I think, forgotten to ring Sue again. So I presume she's okay. But I do need to ring her at some stage. I have been very remiss of late of keeping in touch with her. My arm is hurting and my wool's not going to get to the end of this. I'm going to have to join another ball on because I've got to go round the corner and there ain't enough wool. Never mind. I think. Yeah, the mice are cute, aren't they? One of the girls at Knit Club was making them. And she said it's an old pattern, you won't get it. Anyway, I went on Serdar webpage, and if you go on the webpage, if you're interested in anybody in knitting or crochet patterns from Serdars from the past, if you go to their webpage, at the top across the banner, it says Heritage. And if you click on Heritage, it takes you to all of the loads and loads of patterns from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. And you buy them all downloaded, the £3.50. And you get them downloaded to your email, yeah. So you join it, but it's free. You don't have to pay to join it or anything. Yeah, Serdar's old patterns, knitted and crochet, yeah. So, you know, if you like to pattern in Serdar and you can't find it and you missed it, it's there. So I thought, oh, so she said it's a Serdar pattern, but it's old, so you won't get it, blah, blah, blah. I think she said it was in a magazine or something. And I looked on there, found it, found my mouse. Not that I'm much good at animals, as you know, but I thought, well, it's not got any features really. It's only got eyes, so I might be able to manage that. Just get my eyes in the right place, I'll be all right. Don't have to do smiles and noses and things. She said they're quite easy to do. They're only about 6.5 inches high. They're not very big. Oh, you'll do it, Lydia. Right, I'll have to join another ball just to go around another row bit. I want to finish this bit off. It gets easier as you get bigger in pattern. You know, you'll find it once you get a few rows done. I've nearly finished my sweater, Val. I've just got ribbons to do at the bottom and the end of the sleeves. I've done the neck and I've sewn it all up. So I'm doing this one now, I'm doing that. Well, that's what I used for mine, that one I did, I gave. Well, in fact, the girl I gave it to, she's the one who's had the stroke. Well, she's got her speech back now, so it's looking... Not a knitted, it's crocheted virus shawl. Yeah, she's got her speech back, apparently, this lady from the knit club, so hopefully she'll be recovering. No, I don't think there is a knitted virus. There's plenty of knitted shawls, but I don't knit shawls because, you know, I can't knit on circular needles, so you can't get all the stitches of a knitted shawl on a pair of needles, no matter how long your needles are. So I tend to just do crochet shawls. Oh, I'm going to yawn. Excuse me. I'm going cold, that's why, because the heating's knocked off and I'm going cold now. So I'll be getting in my bed in another quarter of an hour. I'll get my hot water bottle and I'll be in my bed. I'm going to finish at the end of this because my arm and my fingers hurting. That's why I've not been doing much, because of that finger. See, it won't straighten out. And it's sore. I sleep in my splints, you know, to try and hold it. I don't knit as much anymore now. I find I'm a lot slower than I used to be with my knitting. I don't mind knitting, but when you can crank out a crochet sweater in a week or so, you know, and a knitted sweater takes you weeks and weeks and weeks, you know, I think, do I really want to? I've actually, you see, I've got a groove on that finger. I've actually cut my finger. It's got a little paper cut on it, and I don't know whether it's the wool going across. But it's where I tension my wool. Yeah, I've got a lump. Can you see that lump? There. It's like squashy. Almost like it's like a blister. And that's where, can you see it's red now? And that's where it is. I think they call it Duvet's contracture or something. You can inject. I had it on this hand, but I went for the injection. It's that finger there with that one. That one won't straighten. And I went to the doctor's. He was going to do the injection, and he said, the injection is really, really painful. He said, are you sure you want it? He said, I don't think you'll get a lot of help, you know, if I get the injection. So I chickened out of it. I didn't have it done. And it's funny enough, that's not bothering me as much, that one, but this one's sore. This one's bending and it's sore. It's my palm that's sore. Can you see that red mark? So maybe I'll have to have the injection. Yeah, apparently it's very painful having an injection in your fingers. It was bad enough when they injected me, you know, in there when they did the carpal tunnel. Oh, gee, they nearly had to scrape me off the roof of the operating. Yeah, that's the one. Duvet contractor, yeah. Yeah, I've got a splint thing I put on it to try and straighten it out. but it tends to go back again in the day. It goes like that. When I get up in the morning, it's not too bad, but by the time I go to bed, when I've been crocheting, it's really, really hurts. It's starting to hurt now, but I've got to the end of where I need to go tonight. I needed to do 19 rounds, I think. But every wool is different, so I need to measure it before I say 19 rounds will do. It might be 20 rounds with this wool. One never knows. I'll finish this off and I'll measure it against the one that fits me. Yep. It doesn't look as big, this one, so maybe I need to do more rounds. It doesn't look big enough, you know, like mine, I don't know, might be. I mean, I know it's not big enough widthwise, but then I put extra rows on it to make it big enough. But I don't want a baggy sleeve, yeah. Yeah, there's purples and sort of like a beigey, really. Purples, beiges, aubergine, and like a turquoise. It's the Yarn Smith's Play double knit. Got it from Wool Warehouse. I think it's Wool Warehouse's own brand, if I remember rightly, Yarn Smith's. It's quite inexpensive usually, except that this, with it being multicoloured, it isn't. I think I've said before, I bought it when it was £1.99 a ball, which was great. But now it's £4.30, I think Val said. Gone back to its normal price. But their plain double knit is quite inexpensive. The play double knit, I think it's about 130, 140 or something, yeah. Yeah, we found that video. It's gorgeous, isn't it, that one coat? Mania, her fiance kept stepping on the back of it, didn't he, when he got too close to her, because she'd overblocked it and it had gone a bit too long. And he wasn't the only one. Other people kept stepping on the back of it as well. I need to do that long jacket of mine again. Yellow, blue, green. I like bright colours, you know me. I've got that Granny Takes a Trip, but I made it when I was 4.5 stone heavier, so it's a bit big. I'm like that with it all the time. I've looked at it trying to see how I can alter it, but I really can't. So I think I need to recrochet it and make the squares a bit smaller. It's done all in squares. It's called Granny Takes a Trip. It's a paid pattern. There's Granny Takes a Trip, which is the smaller sizes, and then there's Granny Takes Another Trip or something, which is the big sizes. But obviously I'm not as big as I was, so I need to make it smaller. Plus the fact crochet does give a bit when you've been wearing it I mean, I've worn it lots of times. So I might make another one. Smaller. I mean, Amora's cardigan was gorgeous, but I gave away the book that's got the Persian towel in it. I bought it and then gave it away because I thought I'll never do this. Has it got an island, the merino sock yarn? Because merino on its own is a bit too soft for socks. I mean, a lot of the dyers don't put nylon in, and it wears off. It wears out on the heels and the toes. When my mum used to make socks, she used to run. Well, it used to be called Silco. In the old days, sewing threads used to be cotton, and it was called Silco. And she used to run Silco on the heels and the toes when she was making socks, to make them wear longer. I'm not sure. It's just the Persian tiles pattern. It's the big circular one that Janie Crow does. I bought 2 books from Janie Crow, and I knew I wouldn't do them. So my friend in Scotland was doing she did some gorgeous throws and pillars and stuff. I sent her the 2 books because I didn't think I'd ever use them. So I don't have the Persian towel pattern anymore. I mean, the Persian towel blanket is gorgeous when Janie Crow does it because she chooses her colours well. And each square, if you do it like she does, is done with about 6 or 7 different colours. But I've seen it when people have done it with their oddments and it looks horrendous. You've got to have nice coordinating colours. And then imagine if you did it like Janie Crow does it, it would cost an absolute fortune. And that's what put me off because I looked how many colours there were in each sort of square, the way Janie Crow did it. I mean, I've always only used 2 colours, yeah. No, I've not seen that one, Lydia. I mean, not this hexagon I'm doing. The next one, if I do one, I want to do granny squares down the back, but not this because this will change colours too much for that. But if I did a hexine plain colour, I'd like to do multicolours, granny squares down the back. You'd have to work out the length and work out the size of your granny squares, wouldn't you? You can't just cross any old granny square and hope they fit, can you? $9 for the pattern. Oh, blimey. They get really greedy, don't they? You don't mind paying a fiver, do you? But some of the patterns like £9 and £10 for a pattern, and I'm like, no, I can get a book. Admitted that pattern's not in a book, but when you think that when I bought the Doris Chan pattern books, they had about 20 patterns in them, and I paid probably about £12 for the whole book. £15 as much as I've ever paid for a whole book of crocheting, but then you get so many patterns, and then people are asking $9, $10 for a single pattern. I think, no, that's a bit greedy. I believe in paying designers, don't get me wrong, but I think if they kept the pattern prices within reason, I think more people would buy them. I mean, I look at them sometimes and think, oh, that's pretty, that's nice. And then I look and I think, £9, £10 for a pattern. No, not bother. It's 25% now. Oh, yeah, it should wear all right now. But some of the pure wools I've seen, like, the hand dyed stuff I've seen, and I'm thinking that won't wear well for a sock. Because, the heels and the toes get a lot of battering, don't they? I mean, I must have the sharpest toenails in the West because I always cut holes in the end of my socks if I don't watch out. It's nearly the witching hour. Ooh. I'm going to take my hot water bottle out of its cover because I can't fill it and then put the cover back on. So I'm going to look at that pattern that's with this, the tickets for the show. I'm going to look at that pattern and see if it's a knitted one or not. If it's not, I'm going to just crochet one. Oh, the hour, yeah. Getting near the witching hour. And it won't be long till our clocks go back, yeah. And then everybody in America will lose me. Because it takes them about a week to find out I've disappeared. Or I get messages from Chris saying, "Where are you?" I'm here, Chris, why? Oh, I forgot. Clocks have changed, I forgot. That wizard. What wizard? Oh, that was my coat, you mean? It was witches, when wicked. Wicked, not wizard. Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm going to bed now, Jack. You're late. It's the witching hour nearly. It's nearly midnight. I'll be going to Bobo's with my hot water bottle. Anyway, it's nice of you to pop in. Oh, Wicked Wizards. I don't remember that, Dottie. I don't remember the Wicked Wizards. Anybody remember Wicked Wizards that Dottie's talking about? I'm sat here eating fruit gums. I have never seen fruit gums smaller. Look at the size of them. Like free samples, aren't they? You're dreaming, are you now, Dottie? Yeah, I do that. I find myself saying something completely out of context when I'm tired. Next week. What's next week, Linda? Yeah, clocks go back at the end of October here, I think. Oh, my nose is freezing. I need a nose cozy. I should wear one of them. Cold curry soup. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't see me wrinkles, would you then, if I wore one of these? You know, like they wore in the harem. Yeah, you could do nice eye makeup, couldn't you? Nobody'd see your wrinkles. Nobody'd see this bit. Oh, is there a tutorial? Oh, Turkish. Yeah, fries, Turkish delight. Janie does it. Now, I bought the book. It was a lovely book, but it was just out of my remit, as they say. I think I've actually got a Janie Crow book left, but it's probably not what I'll do. So my friend might get that one as well. Oh, that hurt. What did you do that for, Janet? I burnt my thumb, only a teeny little thing, so hardly we're talking about, but it was sore. And the scabs just fell off it. Well, helped by me. No, gazpacho is cold soup. I don't know what it is, but the first time I got it, I thought, oh, they haven't warmed this up. And I was like looking around. I thought, I won't say anything. And then somebody said to me, it's meant to be cold. And I thought, oh, really? I like my soup hot. I'm afraid gazpacho passes me by. I don't like it. I don't think it's next week, Linda. I think it's the week after. Somebody's playing a tuba, aren't you lucky? You live in a very diverse neighbourhood then. Probably his wife's thrown him outside because she don't want him playing tuba in the house because she's probably watching the telly. Have I watched Plumes? No. What's Plumes? If it's on telly, I haven't watched it. And if it's a knitting video, I've probably never watched it. I watch some crochet pattern videos, but I very rare watch knitted ones. And I've really gone off the people who've gone on to cross stitch. I'm fed up with it now. I don't mind the odd bit of cross stitch, but when they're doing cross stitch, and more cross stitch, I'm like, I'm bored. I'm going. It's just not my thing. And I only watch a tutorial if I want to do it. I get so fed up when they go, and this is what you do all across the row. And on the second row, you do exactly what you did on the first row, so they do that. And then they say, keep on going, and then they do another row. And I'm like, I got it the first time. You don't need to tell me 3 rows. Get on with it. Is it just me? Well, the following week's into November. I don't know. I thought it was. I'm sure it'll be online. It'll tell us when. I'm sure it'll tell us when. Oh, why do you put clicks? It's supposed to be clocks, Janet. '30th of March to the 26th of October. So it's the 26th of October. They go back on the last Sunday in October. Mm-hmm. So it'll be next week, yeah. I can understand somebody doing a cross stitch, but when they do cross stitch after cross stitch after cross stitch, it's like when they do them, what do you call them, 5D things. And they do more one after. I'm thinking, you must have run out of wall space by now. What do you do with them when you've done about 20? You know, what do you do with them? It's like all these cross stitch things, you know. I can't wait to do this. And I'm thinking, what are you going to do with it when you've done it? You know, there's only so much wall space you've got in your house to put these pictures up. I would rather, I won't do it, but I would rather, you know, people who do the tapestries, you know, the big tapestries that take them years to complete. You know, you see them in the big frames, don't you? You see people working on them, and they're like scenes, and they look like paintings when they're done. I think they look lovely. I mean, if I had enough patience, I would do one of them, but do I have patience? No, I do not have patience. No, but there's one lady I used to watch and I used to talk to her, and she was really interesting and really good. And then she got into this 5D painting thing, you know, them tiles. Oh, I couldn't watch her anymore because all she did was 5D, 5D, 5D. All she talked about was that. All she bought was that. I had to stop watching her at the end. I can't watch this. Yeah, I just don't know why people do multiples. I mean, I'm not talking 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, What do you want to do all that for? Another thing I can't get into is this scrapbooking. All this paper piecing and paper whatever. I think, what the heck is that all about? I can understand a diary, yeah? Oh, the sparkly things, they're horrible, aren't they? Well, Lego, even Lego. I mean, you can take Lego apart and do it again, can't you? You know what I mean? If you get fed up with it, you can take it apart and make something else with it. With Lego. But, no, this journaling stuff. I mean, I can understand if you're going to write a diary. I can even understand if you put a ticket or you put, you know, something that you've done during the day. You know, you put a little sticker, something to appropriate to what you're doing. But I can't understand pages and pages of stickers and stuff. And I'm like, what is that all about? I mean, every year I used to start a diary and I used to finish by the end of January. I never got any further than January. Yeah, tapestry, a nice big tapestry in wool where everything is filled in. But a lot of these cross stitches they do, it's just like a little bit of a house or a little thing. And the rest of it's blank canvas. And I'm like, that's not what I thought it was all about. I thought it was about filling the whole, you know, the whole cross stitch thing with cross stitch, you know, filling it all in, not just little houses in a row, you know, where the rest of it's just canvas. I just, no, just don't understand it. Yeah, I don't journal. I don't get it. I really don't get it. They get a book and it finishes up with it won't shut. It's that fat, you know. And I'm like, what's the point of that? You know, why are you so thrilled with it? You know, they get something they say, oh, I must put that in my junk journal. And I'm like, why? What? Well, hello. I'm just going off and you're just coming on. Where have you been? Yeah, but I can understand that there's something going on. I don't mean just cover the background in a single colour. You know, cover it all in white or cover it all in grey. You know, my idea of a cross stitch is that the whole thing is a picture and it's all filled in, not just a little bit and a big load of canvas, you know. Can't see the point of that. Well, it's been nice you popping in, Enid, but I'm going now. It's already 8 minutes past the witching hour and I need my hot water bottle. I need my bed, yeah. Yeah, I like the complete coverage ones. To me, I can see the point of that, like tapestries. I can see the point of that. But not little flimsy little cross stitches when there's mostly canvas that's showing. I don't see the point. Right, my people, I'm going to go. It's time to take my tablets and go to bed. In my nice warm bed with my nice furry cover on. So I should be nice and warm tonight, she says. Right, thank you, Chris. Yeah. And thank you to the people who bought me a coffee, and thank you to the people who gave me a lovely comment on my last video. No, I didn't take them yet. I've only took my painkillers. Oh, you got your boho jacket. Yeah, I took my painkillers then, but I didn't take the rest of them. I take 13. Ugh. I keep thinking, now I'll leave them till the morning. Can't be bothered doing them now. Too late to do them now, Chris. Right, okay, thank you all for your companies, and I'm going to go now. So, bye, bye, bye. Bye, everybody.